Last week, we finished getting through Idaho by climbing over 5,000 feet, over 85 miles, finally getting to Loxa Lodge where we could stop for lunch. Due to a nagging bike interface issue, Carol decided this was a good place to stop for the day. She caught a ride to the end of our route with Jesse, a nice local guide. Being the idiot that I am, I continued the steep part of the climb, in a thunderstorm, to Lolo Pass. Once in Montana, I rolled wetly downhill to Lolo Hot Springs Lodge. Although the springs were great, there was no Wi-Fi. There were no lamps in the room. We had a broken window. The bed sucked. There was a terrible restaurant. It basically was not a place that we wanted to spend our off day at.
You ready to roll, baby?
Ready to roll.
So the next morning, we checked out and headed for Hamilton, Montana. The easy downhill was excellent in spite of getting a little rain and traffic when we got closer to town. After a short breakfast stop, we got on a multi-use trail.
All righty.
Hey,
So here we are on the
Bitterroot Trail.
Bitterroot Trail.
Yep.
Where's it go?
Down to Hamilton.
Oh. Started in Lolo, right?
A little bit above Lolo. Yeah.
And we got a tailwind. And I think we're on this for how long? 30 miles?
A little under 40, I think.
Okay, cool. That's a nice trail. Typical multi-use trail quality. So, meaning that it's more bumpy than a car would be willing to suffer. But hey, it beat Jesus out of the
US 12 with no shoulder.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say the Iron Horse. But
And no trucks.
yeah, no trucks. So anyway, otherwise it's been a good day going down US 12. I think that was all right, except for
Yeah, it was fine.
yeah, a few cars that, you know, troublesome, but not bad. And the rain, troublesome, but not bad.
Just a light rain.
Yeah.
No thunder. No lightning. So, yeah.
Didn't get hit by any lightning past 2 days. Talk to you later.
In spite of the trail's lumps, the view was lovely and the tailwind was welcome. Soon we were at our hotel. There, we made a few changes to our plan. We moved a couple of hotel reservations so we could take our rest day in Hamilton. We also arranged a rental minivan that we could drop off 6 days later in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Carol would drive the van while her interface healed up, carrying her bike and our gear while meeting me along the route. On our day off, we went to the local bike shop for a few things, did laundry, and saw the sights. The next morning, I headed out alone to climb the Bitterroot Valley. The roads were nice and quiet, including one excellent dirt road with great views. I was soon in Darby, passing through the little town on a quiet Sunday. Carol drove the van, seeing the interesting rock formations and some burnt forest, and met me soon after Darby at a truck weigh station.
How's it going?
So how much do I weigh?
Today's route was up the Lost Trail Pass, 75 miles with almost 5,000 feet of climbing again. The first 40 miles had mild grades, but then I had 10 miles of steeper stuff to get over Chief Joseph Pass. Of course, the rain came back for that pass. I apparently crossed back into Idaho as I climbed up this snowy pass. Carol had gone to the top of the pass waiting for me in the car. When I got there, I climbed in and dried off and warmed up for a bit, and then went to finish the last of the climb, which didn't end until I crossed the trail. After a lot of work, I went over the top and started down the wet backside. The descent was very gradual, but I had a good tailwind, which was fortunate since I was trying to outrun another storm.
I'm a little over 1.5 miles to Wisdom. You can see what's behind me. It's blowing hard. That's why I'm doing 21 miles an hour, but trying to get to town before it gets to me. There's another one over there. So, about to get nailed by some thunderstorms, or at least more rain. And I've had enough rain. I think I'll make it.
I did. Carol had checked into our room and met the neighbors. We went down to the saloon, which was actually a bit rowdy, and had pizza for dinner. The next morning, I again said my goodbyes.
Have a great day.
See you soon.
Love you, babe.
Then passed through town and south, where a private plane was taking off from a dirt runway. Today was shorter and flatter, with another long, gentle climb to Big Hole Pass, then a dip down before climbing Badger Pass. After that, it was an almost 20-mile downhill to Dillon. The little town of Jackson was quiet, and there was nobody staying at the cyclist campground. Carol met me just past town as I was climbing a grueling hill. Wow, look at me reaching into my suitcase of pain. Although we were going through bighorn sheep country, neither Carol nor I saw any. We did get to see deer and antelope playing a few days later, though. A few miles on, we also saw a cattle drive. Carol was stuck in the car, but I was able to slide through. Instead of running with the bulls, I was cycling with the calves. Fortunately, I didn't get trampled. The rolling terrain and so-so road surface continued as I eventually got through the big hole and over the pass. Here's the descent on the other side. We also didn't see any bears around here. About noon, I was back to climbing, this time going up Badger Pass. And here's that descent. In Dillon, Carol had already found the hotel and a Dairy Queen. After dinner and spending an hour washing and lubing my bike, we hit the sack. Next week, we go to Yellowstone. Did I find Kevin Costner and tell him he finally needed to make that sequel to American Flyers? Watch next week, and you'll find out.